Hi there, thanks for stopping by. My name's Amy and I am going to show you how I added flowers to the top of the ombre painted glass that I did a few days ago. I just wanted to show you a sample of something I did prior to doing this video. This is a champagne glass that I had done, I don't know, probably a few weeks ago, and I just added some whimsical little flower pattern to the top. You can do any color you want. I just did this so that it would stand out a little bit against the purple. But again, the colors are up to you, however you want to do it. I am going to do this with an ombre, or I'm sorry, not an ombre, but a filbert brush and just a regular round brush. First I'm going to start off just by going around, and again, if you've gotten to know me at all with doing my painting, I am not real, and I'm not a stickler on preciseness. And for this flower, I'm going to use a pink and a white combination, and just going to do basic, just a light touch. And if I need to add more paint to it, that one came out a little lighter than I was expecting, then I would just, of course, just put more paint in my brush. But just no preciseness to it. Basically, it's a 5-petal flower that I'm doing. And again, if you wanted to have more of the white in it, then just go back over it and add more. No biggie. Now what I can do is flip over to the other side to try to attempt to get it to where my last glass I didn't fill in completely right. I had a space. So maybe I'm just going to try to do it like this. If the flowers are a little lighter than the flower petals I should say, are a little bit lighter than you want, just go back over them. And this is meant to be just a real random touch. It's not, again, meant to be precise like some of my one-stroke flowers would be. This is kind of one of these flower paintings where anybody can do it. It's just real easy. You're just taking a brush and you're just touching and pulling. And then just randomly putting the 5 petals. Now you also don't have to have 5 petals on all of them. If you want to just do, just do a random amount on each one, that's fine too. Okay, so I just want to try to make sure there's a little bit of space in between each one. And like I said, if you're, more of a precise painter, that's fine. Nothing wrong with it. I just like to be a little bit looser. And again, keeping in mind too that the colors you choose are really up to you. I'm just doing different colors here so that you can see it. And like I said, with this type of painting, if you didn't want to do anything around the top, or if you just want to go around and put dots, totally up to you. And just go around and see, make sure you filled in all the spaces that you want. And again, that's that's a matter of your choice, your design. If you want to have a lot of space in between each flower, or if you want to have them close together like what I've done. Now the next step is I just take the end of the brush and I'm just going to go ahead and just put a really quick little dot in the center. Now you can use the scruffy brush and come back in and actually put a center to these flowers that maybe has more color to it, more of a stippling kind of effect. But for this purpose, I just want it to be just really light and whimsical. And then I'm going to go to my brush. I use 2 different colors of green. I've actually had to mix my own green paint to kind of come up with a thicket type of color, and then like a moss green. But I'm just going to be doing light, just like a touch. If you want to have more color to this, you can go back in and just go back over it. Again, it's just a whimsical little pattern, not real precise, actually not precise at all. And that's kind of how I like to do things. I don't really like preciseness. I mean, sometimes it's okay, but it's just really not my style. I mean, if you're somebody that needs it to be spaced out and exact, then, you know, then do it that way. There's so many different types of leaves that you can make. These are just very simple, obviously. I just like to show you stuff that just about anybody can do, because I think people are kind of into maybe having friends over, great lady night type of thing. Have some friends over to paint, walk away with their own little creation that they made that night. Kind of like the drinking and canvas parties. And if you make any attempts to do any of my designs, I'd love to see samples. And if you have any questions, of course, definitely feel free to ask. And I have to admit, I have a tendency sometimes to go a little heavy on leaves. Always have been a leaf person, even when I've done like wall murals. So just kind of bear with me on that. So that's that. Like I said, just very light and whimsical. And then what I'm going to do is go through here and just, you know, randomly put some gold dots. And the other one I had a little bit more space in between my flowers. Just kind of fill it in. And it's not something you have to do. You can leave this part off if you want. I think sometimes like dots and stuff can give it kind of a finished look. And it doesn't have to just be on the purple line either. It can be in between, you know, where you've put flowers or leaves. And then there you have it. Just simple. You know, again, from the beginning to the end, I think it's a very simple glass, and one that really anybody could do and have some pretty glasses to serve your guests, whether, you know, or give away for gifts even, especially with the holidays coming up. Painted glassware is always a great gift. Everybody that I have that comes over, I always give them something that we've made. Alright, let me know if you have any questions. Please subscribe to my channel. I'd love for you to follow me. And I appreciate again that you stopped by and took some time to view my video. Have a good evening.